Israel launched a massive attack on Iran as part of Operation Rising Lion. Many experts say this attack was long coming. But more surprising is Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu directly addressing the Iranian people, urging them to stand up against what he called an evil and oppressive Khamenei regime. A barrage of Israeli missiles destroyed key installations in Iran while eliminating high-profile targets. In fact, the past few days have seen Iran and Israeli skies light up as both nations fire a slew of missiles at each other. In fact, IDF attacked Iran's oil depots, military headquarters, taking out Khamenei's key men. Iran hit back, burning down key cities including capital Tel Aviv. But as the war intensifies and the range of targets widen, the world is left wondering, what is Israel's endgame? In fact, as tensions simmered, Netanyahu dropped a shocker saying Israel won't roll out killing Khamenei to end the conflict. Let's look at the possible aims behind Israel's operation. Netanyahu has long warned about Iran's nuclear ambitions, calling them an existential threat to Israel. The strikes targeted key nuclear facilities, aiming to set back Iran's nuclear program significantly. In fact, some analysts believe the timing of the strikes was meant to derail the ongoing talks between US and Iran, making a nuclear deal even harder to achieve. Netanyahu's message to Iranian people hinted at a bigger goal, possibly supporting a push to end Iran's clerical rule. But experts argue this is a much harder long-term objective. Israel has hit several high-profile targets, including nuclear enrichment sites and military bases. In fact, the International Atomic Energy Agency confirmed significant damage to some facilities, though Iran claims the impact is limited. Not only this, Israel has also targeted sources of knowledge by assassinating nuclear scientists and top military commanders, expanding its hit list to economic and oil facilities. However, the most fortified site, Fordo, is deep underground, and Israel lacks the bunker-busting bombs needed to destroy it. Only the US possesses the massive ordnance Predator bombs capable of such destruction, making American involvement a key factor in escalation. Now, Netanyahu's approach has sometimes diverged from the own military and intelligence chiefs who are focusing on setting back Iran's nuclear program rather than regime change. While Netanyahu publicly hinted at broader ambitions, Israeli officials emphasized their current focus is not on toppling Iran's leadership, at least at this very moment. President Donald Trump's position has been unpredictable, sometimes urging restraint and at other times praising the strikes. The future of US involvement remains a major wildcard, with many experts saying only the US can bring the confrontation to a timely end. The situation is highly volatile and unpredictable. Israel's operation could continue to target Iran's nuclear and military capabilities, but achieving regime change of completely dismantling Iran's nuclear program would require much more, possibly direct US military involvement. Well, in the end, the contours of Israel's endgame will be mostly shaped by an unpredictable US president. In fact, experts believe success or failure of Israel's rising lion will be defined by whether the US can be dragged into this war or not.